Hey guys, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Mousy, the ultimate SL Clout Chaser, also known as aka.mousy on Instagram. Follow me there. And guys, please, before I even start, make sure you comment. Comment. I love it when you comment. I love to hear from you guys. I know that this channel doesn't have the high viewership that it once did in the past, but that was 4 years ago, so we gotta let that go. We're just gotta think of this as we're starting fresh. And I know there's like about 100 and something of you guys who really like this series, but I want to hear from you. Like, leave comments, leave your opinions, leave stories, advice, whatever. I want to hear from you guys because I want to feel like I don't know, like you actually like it. That's how I know if you like what we're doing or if I should change gears and maybe stick to shopping, maybe do something else, maybe add makeovers. Like, I don't know unless I hear from you guys. I know you guys like the gotchas and I know that you like certain videos, but I'm not sure. So happy Saturday, guys. It's Labor Day weekend, so a lot of us are off on Mondays, and those who aren't, we about to get to the bag. You're gonna get extra money on Monday, so like either way, it's a good thing. It all works out. My son is with his dad, and has been for the month of August, like since we came back from vacation. So I've kind of been like in chill mode and relaxing. So that's really good. I'm gonna lower the sounds. I released this wash system that's behind me on at the Grand. So it's a money washing system, money drying system, and then a whole bunch of like decor items like drying racks and all these different colors. These are decor items. I just put them together like this. And like a clothing line that dries money and stuff like that. And there's a mailbox reser that goes with it where you can drop dirty money and stuff. I'll show you guys at the Grand. I'll show you a couple of my booths where I'm at. I'm not in a lot of things. I'm in 3 things this month. And exciting news, guys. So I was offered a spot at the Ford event. Like, I was invited. It was a really nice invite too. It was like, rares and spares, we like your store. We think you're very innovative and creative. You're always bringing that heat kind of thing. That was the vibe. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. We would love for you to join our anniversary of round. And it was like a formal invite. I didn't have to apply or anything like that. And I just feel like, oh my God, my hard work is paying off. So I'm so excited about that. And I posted on Instagram. I got a lot of love. Guys, I cannot tell you how much it means to me. Like, even when people just say kind words, like, I'm so proud of you. Oh, that looks good. You did your big one, that kind of stuff. Like, that makes me feel so good. It just makes me feel so supported and things like that. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. I hope you guys have a good plans for the weekend. Maybe some of you guys are doing your last minute summer traveling, things like that. So we're going to talk today. And we're going to talk about emotional intelligence and how it plays into SL in business and love and friendships and things like that. I actually made a script for it. I hope I don't sound too stiff. I'm nervous about that. But I feel like I do need to organize my thoughts a little bit and have more of a kind of guideline of the things that I definitely want to cover. So I don't leave videos thinking, damn, I wish I said this. I wish I did this. Or, I wish I said this first and that last, whatever like that. Okay. So emotional intelligence, it be having y'all fucked up. Oh, I'm not gonna curse. I might curse. It has you guys messed up in the sense that like how they, there, and there, like they, there, which is they are going to the park, or there, that is their house, or there, we're going over there. Emotional intelligence has you guys messed up kind of like that. So we're going to just clear it up. I want to talk to you guys about this because I see a lot of people struggling in Second Life, and I think this is the reason. And I want to just point this out to you and kind of break it down, what it is and how it impacts like our experience in Second Life. So let's launch in. Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into a topic that shapes every part of our second life, and it's called emotional intelligence. So we're going to start with the basics, which is intelligence. What is intelligence, guys? It's our ability to learn. It's our ability to solve problems, apply knowledge, and all that good stuff, right? It's like all that. So that your ability to learn, solve problems, and apply the knowledge that you've learned, because you have to be able to apply it. So yeah. And there's another side of it is this emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, or EQ as it's often referred to, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions. That's very important. And I find that a lot of people don't even recognize their emotions, let alone manage it. Like, people think there's 2 default emotions, which is sad, depressed, and anger. And I'm sure you guys know the rest of it because, in our culture right now, people talk about anxiety and mental health all the time, but there's anxious, there's worried, there's fearful, concerned, all the things, right? But these are all different emotions that you might be feeling. Elated, happy. Elated is a little bit more than happy, right? Overjoyed, hopeful. Like there's all these different emotions. Frustrated, misunderstood. Like there's all these things that are more than just angry and sad, even though people just default in anger by like cussing somebody out, or feeling sad by going within into hermit mode, or they just express like, oh, I feel happy right now. Like there's just more than that. And if you're able to, put your finger on the emotion, it'll help you be able to better manage the emotions. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. And while also this is important, not only to understand, recognize, and manage your own emotions, but you have to have the ability to tune into the emotion of other people. So Second Life is a world where avatars, words, and emotions blur, right? Emotional intelligence can either be a bridge to connection, or it could be the spark that lights up drama. So in this episode, we're going to explore EQ in 4 areas. Like I said, friendship, love and dating, business and collaboration, and even our relationships with ourselves. Then we'll look at when EQ helps and when it hurts us, and I'll give you like practical tips. Okay, so EQ in friendships. EQ in friendships means being aware of how your friends feel, respecting their boundaries, and knowing when to support your friends and when to step back and how to do it. Why it matters in Second Life. So friendships form very quickly in Second Life, and they're formed without crucial information like body language and tone. Like say people just type, you can't even hear the inflection or tone of their voice. So emotional intelligence helps us read between the lines of IMs, group chats, and it can help us prevent drama. And I'll give you guys some examples. So an example of a person with high EQ. So you quietly check on your friends via IM instead of calling out someone in public. Like, let's say maybe they haven't been online for a little while, or let's say that you guys had a disagreement about something, or your friend said something publicly. Like maybe the intention wasn't to insult you, but it kind of slighted you and it didn't feel right with you, but you didn't escalate it and, say something back equally as smart without knowing the person's intention. Like you try to be mature about it and handle it behind the scenes and talk it through privately. That's a sign of high emotional intelligence, and that will also help you from unnecessarily preventing escalating situations, right? Okay. So you have 2 friends that are in the middle of an argument, and a high example of EQ is diffusing the situation by validating both sides, or, just try to diffuse the situation. Maybe you tell them, hey guys, let's talk about this. You guys want TP to my house? Like we could talk about this at my house, in a more private setting if this conversation is being held publicly. And maybe if you notice like the tones and like maybe it's escalating to the volumes getting a little louder, curse words are being tossed around, but you could tell, like, even though it's not directed at the person, it's something that could like potentially insult the person because emotions are already running high. There's already some tension there. And so like you try to diffuse the situation, and maybe just like this happened to us. Okay. So Mac and I are not together, but I'm going to reference him a little bit in this video, and KB, because those are the closest 2 people, or was the closest 2 people to me in SL. So this happened recently. Mac and I had a friend, and she was upset about something because she felt that someone she trusted revealed her personal information in a Discord call. And, we didn't know it for a fact, but we brought the person there that supposedly did this. And she just started going off and cussing and doing this. And I'm like, girl, you need to calm down. Like, first of all, this isn't any situation. Always be curious, guys. Just be curious. Just ask questions and try to ask it calmly. Hear the response and then try to respond calmly, or take a time out and then come back later. So I was like, you can't be talking to him like that. Like, let's be respectful in this conversation. And he got hot and he started responding in a certain way. And also, none of them was hearing each other. So, Mac and I intervened, and we kind of like explained each position to both people in language that they could understand, that, and basically said, I said, well, this is what so and so is feeling. So and so is feeling that they had a relationship with you for 8 months, almost a year, and a lot had gone on during the relationship where they supported you in a positive way. So they would think, if anything, you would be protective of them and what you shared, even if you don't talk right now. Like, that would be the better way to handle the situation, instead of like you bitch and da 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 da, like, you know, and all that rah rah. Like, that's not necessary. And as a friend or someone on the outside looking in, yeah, there is the option that you could just mind your business. Sure, that is helpful. That is very helpful in many situations. But also, you could diffuse the situation without taking anybody's side so that it doesn't escalate it. That's an example of high emotional intelligence. Okay. All right. Here's another one. Your friend seems really stressed out. Maybe your friend went through a breakup. Maybe her SL account got hacked and her Linden's got stolen. Maybe something, we don't know what happened. Anything could have happened. She seems stressed out. The point is knowing when to give someone space and knowing when to be up in the business and pry because you want to help. So it's hard to do in Second Life because, like I said, you can't read people's face. You can't read their body language. If they're on voice, you could get the tone and you might know them well enough to sense what they're doing or how they're feeling. But maybe it might be wise to just ask, like, hey girl, I see that you're really upset right now about XYZ. Let me know what you want me to do. Like, do you want me to just sit here with you? You want to talk it out? Or do you want me to go so that you could just process all this and you're going to hit me later? And let the person tell you. That's an example of high emotional intelligence. Hyping your friend's release or project instead of competing with them. So there are friendships that I've been privy to and observant of where one person says one thing, the other person got to say, like, let's say a person says, I have these shoes. The other person got to say, oh, I got them too, but the limited edition's in black. Or I am going to create XYZ. And the other person was like, yeah, I'm going to create a Cash App system. And the other person's like, yeah, I'm going to create a Cash App system too. But that shit's going to be dope because you also going to be able to send IMs. I'm just making stuff up at this point, guys, just to use an example. Like, sometimes it's okay. Like, let's say you were creating the Cash App system. Let's say you were doing it and it's going to send IMs and it's going to do all this other stuff. If other people start talking about what they're also creating, you could bring that up. You could be like, oh man, that's crazy. Like, I'm literally in the process of doing the same thing. And these were the features mine was going to have. Okay, that's 100% okay. But let's say your friend is talking about their stuff and everyone's congratulating them. And then you're butting in to talk about your own things and it looks like you're trying to take the shine off of them. That's weird energy. Like, and that would be like an example of low emotional intelligence. Like, just congratulate your friend. Like, everything don't got to be about you at every second of the day. Okay. All right. So let's give some examples of low emotional intelligence. So publicly calling somebody out in a chat. And I'm going to give a caveat to this. That's why I said I'm going to tell some stories along the way. So we kind of talked about like handling things privately and publicly with a friend, but what if this is not a friend? What if this is somebody that just disrespected you and you just have the feeling like it's going to be on site? It's still low in emotional intelligence to like just drag all your personal business out in public. I don't think that's good for your reputation. If you're a store owner, your brand, if you're just a regular person just enjoying Second Life, to diffuse, it might give people the wrong impression of you and how they want to engage with you, because you might seem like a conflict-ridden person. So, but there are times when, so in general, I personally don't like all that messy shit. Like, when I see people doing that, I'm not with it. Like, it's like kind of a turnoff for me. Like, when I see the conferences and people arguing and stuff, and especially when you're arguing, like, I see people doing that with their people that they're dating, their significant others, and I just feel like it's so humiliating. It's so disrespectful. It's just not cool, like, at all. Like, especially if you're doing that with people that you're supposed to be friends with and people that you're dating in an intimate relationship with. However, I actually met Mac because he was cussing somebody out via chat, but I'll explain to you why I felt differently about that. So this was a chat where it's like Mac against everybody, a bunch of popular SL families, a bunch of individual creators and whatever. And it was like Mac versus 100, what is it? A man versus 100 gorillas or something like that. It was like a situation like that, right? It was a long time ago because Mac and I were together a year and a half. So, I don't remember the exact details, but this is what I remember feeling at the time. And that's going to lead me to another point before we go on to section 3. I remember feeling at the time is that some of the stuff that he was saying was true. And I remember appreciating the fact that he wasn't like folding under the pressure. And what I thought to myself, like, because I don't usually jump in the chat. Sometimes I just jump in to say opening my blinds to look out the window or something like that. But I don't usually jump in and I don't engage or anything like that. But I'll read it, like, and I'll see. And I'll form opinions because that's what everybody's doing. And I was like, it struck me in a positive way where I was like, he's interesting. I'm gonna bag that nigga. Like, that's what I thought to myself, because I was like, I just have the same mentality. Like, I'm not laying down for nobody. Like, I said what I said. This is how I feel. And especially if I feel like my position is rooted in integrity and it's right, that's where I'm going. And I did feel like a lot of people in the chat were just going with the popular person and their opinion, regardless of whether it was right or wrong. So that is an exception. But Mac is messy, he was messy in the conferences. So yeah, I told him I don't like that. But in that particular conference, it actually attracted me to him because I did meet him. I met him through Steph, because Steph had, Steph was going on a tour with my sister Angel, because she owned Lux LA and all those 7 Sims and things like that. And it was pretty popular at the time. And she showed us her Compton Sim, and she said she wanted to update it because she didn't like what the prior landscaper did. And then Steph was like, oh, my homeboy is like the trap king. He does all the trap houses and this and that. You should link up with him. And then he brought Mac over, and Mac looked and he was like, yeah, this is what I do, whatever, like that. And then he left. It was no big deal. And then the next time I heard from him was in the conference, because I don't know how we all ended up adding each other. And that's what I saw. And I was like, and then it kind of piqued my interest. So that's where that is. So that could be something different, right? So I just wanted to put that out there to give context and examples. It may, I would say for the most part, this is going to work against you, but it could possibly work for you. Okay, another example of low emotional intelligence in friendships is ghosting after a disagreement instead of resolving it. Sweeping shit under the rug, not addressing things. Like, how old are we? Like, we're not in middle school, we're not in high school, like, we're adults. We have the ability to talk through things, agree to disagree, set boundaries, and say, hey, this is what you did. Okay, let me give you example. And I'm making this up. I don't know anybody who went through this situation, but I often see it come up, like when I'm on the internet and stuff and TikTok videos. So some people feel like some of their girlfriends are real shady, and when men come around, they start negging them. And what I mean by that, like, they'll talk about like, oh girl, your pants are so tight, or girl, your hair is fucked up, or something like that. And that's weird, suspicious hater behavior, of course, but it's not, but okay, let me just say, but I don't know if it's like weird, suspicious behavior in the fact, like, this is a girl who constantly does that, and she's like a little bit, she got pick me like traits, and she wants to be picked and seen, and so she's doing stuff for attention. Or really, was something wrong with my wig, and then you was really trying to help me, but you had poor judgment, and you could have just told me later, or pull me to the side, or just, just quietly fix my hair, So it depends on the situation. Let's say your friend never did nothing like that. Instead of just like never speaking to her again, like maybe you want to talk to her and be like, girl, I appreciate you trying to tell me my hair didn't look good and everything like that, but why are you going to call me out in public like that? Why don't you just fix it quietly or do this or that? And maybe she might say, you're right, I should have done that, but you were across the room and I wanted you to fix it because you was I don't know, you had spinach in your teeth and you were talking, and I didn't want you to keep talking for 30 minutes with it, and I didn't go. But she could have just said, excuse me, to whoever she's talking to and walk over. So maybe that's not the best example, but I think you get it. The point is, it could be a situational problem. It could be a symptom of a bigger issue. It could be a red flag, but you don't know unless you talk about it. If it's a situational thing where this person has never done this person has always been down for you, and this is really poor judgment, you wouldn't want to lose a friendship over this. So that would be example of low IQ. I don't think it's the best example that I could have given you, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. All right, so moving on. Another low example of low IQ is emotion IQ is pushing your needs despite clear signs the other person is overwhelmed. And this is a problem that I have. It's not necessarily pushing my needs, but I like to push my advice that nobody asked for. Like, and I just like to give my opinion on things that nobody asked for. And sometimes it's like you need to know when to just stop and just chill. And I don't have a chill button for me in my life. So I kind of don't have a chill button for people that I love and care about because I just want to see them win. So I'm just like, yeah, let's do this. Da, 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 da. And it's like, boop, 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 boop. And it's all these ideas and it's like super overwhelming the person. And so, yeah, that is an example of low IQ. This is an area that I struggle in a lot and that I have to fix. I think I've gotten better, but I know it's not that much better because people still call me like, a general and stuff. So I'm going to work on it. That's like on my to-do list to work on. Okay. Spreading IM screenshots to stir drama. So I have a habit, like I try for the most part, just from work. I just have this, philosophy, don't put shit in writing. Like I'm gonna have a conversation, but I try not my best not to put things in writing. But sometimes I am feeling like overwhelmed and I'm talking to a friend, so I will put things in DMs or IMs and stuff like that. But I often unsend my messages. Not all the time because I don't feel like I get into so much conflict like that, but I'm definitely afraid of someone spreading something around that I said in a moment. I will more than likely, I would say 90% of the time, I'm never like calling nobody names or being disrespectful towards anybody. I'm just saying the situation as I saw it, but still, you know, things could get misconstrued and escalate for no reason. So that's why I always kind of unsend messages, especially when it involves talking about other people. But those, even though talking about those other people is indirect, it directly impacted me in some sort of way. It's not like I'm sitting here talking about people's business in the DMs. No, like it directly impacted me. I felt a way and I'm like, how should I handle this situation? But it's not something I would want spread. That's why I'm speaking to a friend privately about it. But I should probably also ask myself, why would I have to unsend it if I felt like this was a friend? And it's just better safe than sorry, I guess. So, but to take private information, even information that people told you, like let's say everybody is in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And let's say me and this girl, Jessica, we were friends for like 2 years and we was going hard body. Like we would go to every event together. We would work on all these different projects together, go shopping together. We kind of had our land side by side, all this other stuff. And then we fell out and I started telling her all her business, or she started telling all my business. That's like wrong, guys. Like that's like law. Under no circumstance do you ever tell anyone's business. Do you ever share anything that was shared with you in confidence? You know, I'm Caribbean, guys. I'm half Haitian, half Trinidadian. And in Caribbean culture, like my mom, if she even found out like I was telling people shit that was going on with me, period, no matter how big or small, she'd be so disappointed. Because she really instilled in us, like, do not tell people shit about you because they will use it as weapons against you. But I also feel like that's not healthy. Like a healthy thing is to be vulnerable and to have your friendship group there to support you. So I'm trying, guys, but because of the way that I was raised and the culture that I was raised in, it's very hard for me to tell people stuff because I am very terrified of people repeating things that go on behind closed doors or in my inner circle. That is like no one's business. I don't like that at all. I see that as a huge betrayal. Even if it's something small, if it's something I didn't share myself, like I don't want you sharing it. And I don't see it as a, you know, like that's a deal breaker in friendships for me. And so taking information to actually share, I think that should be a deal breaker too. Not because I have anything to hide. It's just like, people should be able to navigate their own conflicts and situations without other people getting involved, unless they outright ask you. Like when I told you about the situation about Mac and I diffusing an argument between a friend, we were asked, like they came to our house, like that's why we did it, you know? Otherwise we would have never had done no shit like that. Like we wouldn't have been involved in that at all. Like that's messy. And another messy thing too is like when you see your friends or somebody arguing and then you're like filming it on Discord and other people are looking at it and stuff like that. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the intentions are good there. You know, like that's happened too. Not to me, but I know for a fact that's happened. So it's just like this herd mentality or gang mentality, you got to be careful of. So these sort of things don't lead to long lasting friendships. They don't. Long lasting, deep, intimate friendships. Like, it doesn't lead to that. And I know you guys gonna be like, oh, but it's just a game, Mousy, who cares? But if it's a game, the stakes are lower. So why is the drama so high? You feel me? Like, you understand what I'm saying to you? So I don't know, guys. Just food for thought. It's just information. Do with it what you want. All right, so moving on. We're going to talk about emotional intelligence in relationships. I feel like we could talk about so much, but I'm going to do a slight intro. So emotional intelligence in relationships, because I had to like write it down what I was thinking just to make sure that I was clear in explaining it. So let me just recap really quickly. We did the intro, we did friendships, and we defined emotional intelligence in friendships, why it matters in second life, and we did examples of high EQ, low IQ. All right, and now we're going to number 3, EQ and love and dating. So emotional intelligence, and that's emotional quotient. I think that's EQ is, right? But emotional intelligence in relationships means balancing your own emotions, being aware of your own triggers, and practicing trust, patience, and communication. Okay? Being aware of your own triggers probably being the most important. And why does it matter in SL, right? Relationships are so complex in real life, guys. They demand, because people would sometimes in arguments, people say to me like my intimate partners have said to me like, oh, you've been divorced, like, so how do you feel like you're going to be an expert at any relationship? But think about it, right, guys? If you're single right now, and if you've broken up with your partner, whether you've been married, engaged, or dating seriously or dating casually, it doesn't mean that you don't have value to add to a conversation, because what relationship, unless you die with your partner, lasts forever? Like, very few. Like, there are people whose wife dies after 50 years and they go 2 years behind them, or vice versa. But unless you're one of those people, like, what advice do you have to give? Or unless you're in a relationship with somebody for 8 years and then your partner dies, like, I think everybody's in the same situation where they have life experience advice that they could speak on. And I'm going to touch on this, like, even speaking about divorce. Sometimes when you divorce somebody, you break up with somebody, it doesn't mean the love is not there. It doesn't mean that you're not compatible. It doesn't mean that you didn't share the same values. It's just so much more going on with that. And I'm going to briefly touch on it. And I think you guys are going to be able to pick up what I'm putting down. So relationships, they demand self-awareness, right? You have to have good conflict resolution skills. You have to have good communication skills. You have to have good boundaries. In second life, it's difficult because of tone, body language, and daily context that's missing. Emotional intelligence is what keeps relationships from collapsing under assumptions of jealousy and other things. And I just want to go back, right? And I want to let me just pull that up really quick, because I just want to give examples a little bit, even though I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So a high level of self-awareness. I want to give an example of that. If you're the type of person who knows that you are triggered by anyone speaking to your partner, if your partner is speaking to someone and it is a friendly conversation, and then this somehow makes your eye twitch and it becomes an argument, you have to be self-aware enough to know that I have jealous tendencies, I have discomfort with people talking to my partner. Maybe I got cheated on. Maybe I'm projecting because I'm a cheater. Like, I don't really know what the situation is, but you got to have self-awareness to know that this may not be your person's fault, and this may be something that you need to deal with, and you need to not mention it and just deal with it. Like, this is a part of growth. It's a part of leveling up. We just got to do what we got to do, right? Like, everything doesn't need to be mentioned, because I swear, I really believe in my head, 50% of the stuff comes from people's internal shit. Like, and you gotta be aware of what your internal shit is so that you can work on it. Okay, so there's that. All right, conflict resolution. When you're trying to resolve conflict in your relationship, it's not cursing people out. Me personally, I haven't been in a relationship since probably my early 20s where I got cussed out during an argument or at any time. Like, I would say mostly all of my partners speak to me respectfully, to the point that I was like even shocked if someone makes a comment that's out of out of turn, or says something a little snarky, slightly insulting, might feel like negging even, because that is typically not what happens, and I will call it out immediately, because like, you're crossing my boundaries, you're being disrespectful, and it's also giving a tinge of there's something else that I need to watch out for, because I'm not sure how supportive you are of me if you're trying to quote unquote humble me, right? Like I said, this doesn't happen, but if something happens like that, you have to be able to address it. So you have to be able to address it no matter what happens, like big or small. And if, like, let's say you heard that your partner was on someone else's land, and this is a known hoe on Second Life or something like that. And I'm not using labels to sex shame, but I'm just saying it is what it is. This is a person who just like is a known side chick or something, and your partner was in their land. And so you want to be able to ask the question and be curious without jumping to conclusions, and be able to come to maybe negotiate new terms in the relationship, where you say, I understand this person might have called you over for landscaping services or whatever you were there for. However, this is not a situation I feel comfortable with because of this person's reputation. I would prefer, if you were in a situation like this, maybe you ask me to come along with you, or you pass on this job just to avoid it. Because like, oftentimes, like, cheating is about opportunity, right? And cheating is about a lot of things. It's never about the person you're with, even though the person who gets cheated on often internalizes it. It's about the opportunity. So in that situation, like, if you're with someone there, and even though I trust my partner and I don't think that my partner would cheat on me, what I do recognize is maybe a trigger of theirs is that they need constant validation. So this is me. I'm on the other side of it. I know that my partner is the type of person who needs constant validation. I know that this person needs validation. That's why she's like sleeping with other people's men. Maybe she needs Linden's. I don't really know where her situation is, but I just know my partner. My partner needs constant validation. This, and any relationship that you're in, is a lot of men who are like serial cheaters, they're addicted to the honeymoon stage of the relationship, where someone idealizes them in the relationship. It won't even be about the sex sometimes. It's just about the fawning, like someone fanning their ass and just like, oh my God, and I love you so much, and all that dopamine and all that shit that's flowing during that beginning stage of the relationship. That's why some people do it. It's like not even a sex thing. It's not, some people just do it out of boredom. They don't have enough going on within themselves, so that's why they do it. Some people are hypersexual for the same reasons, because women or men, because they're just like bored. Maybe they need attention, maybe they're lonely. We don't know the situation, but the fact is, with the right opportunity, like a person who's willing to go there with them and even encourage it and open the door, it might be harder for them to resist temptation. So if you know your partner's triggers, and you know that temptation exists, and you know that this person has a certain moral code, there's nothing wrong with asking for that situation not to happen. Like, there's nothing wrong. Even like, let's say a cross promoting situation. Let's say that you felt like your I don't know, like, let's say that you felt like the person your man was, or girl was cross promoting with, was just seemed too loose with it. Like, they didn't seem like they had any standards about them or morals about them, in a way that nothing would happen between them, and you actually felt this person would open the door. Like, that's what your intuition is saying. I think it's 100% okay to ask your partner, babe, do you mind just passing on this particular collaboration? I don't feel really 100% comfortable with it. I don't know that this person would respect our relationship. And even though I love and trust you, I don't know you'll be able to withstand any type of temptation that comes along, because we're all human beings too at the same time, right? So I don't know. That's my thoughts there. Like, and I don't know why I use cheating, because I don't even really feel like cheating is negotiable. I do feel like cheating is a deal breaker. It means that you don't love or respect the person. I believe it. I do believe it. That's black and white. I do firmly believe that. It's not something personally that I would like to negotiate. And I hate to have the feeling where you're suspicious that somebody might do something and then you don't have any receipts on it. And so you keep it going, but then you have this suspicion lingering on you. Like, I hate that feeling. Like, so I'm not even saying that cheating requires a conflict resolution. For me, like, if I knew definitively someone was and I had receipts and stuff, I want to be out the door. Because even if I think it, I'm treating you differently. And even if I think it, the bond is not going to be the same. And it's like, what's the point after that? Okay. So let's go back to, so that was conflict resolution. We used the kind of extreme example. I wish I hadn't. Communication and boundaries. Boundaries is how you talking to me. Boundaries is your expectation of me. Like, don't, I am still a sovereign human being in a relationship, whether it's Second Life and real life, and I have my own life that I want to live, and I would love to incorporate you into my life and enjoy you. I don't want a partner that's going to control me in a relationship. I don't want that. Like, I want a partnership, not a daddy or like some type of dictator or something like that. Like, I don't need that. Like, I've been running my own life just fine. Why do you think just because I'm with you, I need you to tell me like what time to eat breakfast? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's extreme, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense. So that's not something that I want. So those are boundaries. Boundaries, I just gave you boundaries about like maybe jobs that's taken or marketing that's being done, or what other boundaries are there, guys? I can't think of anything. My mind is drawing a blank. Hold on a second. What's an example of boundaries in relationship? Time and availability, right? I can't always be on when you're on, but I'll log when I can. It doesn't mean I care about you any less. That's Second Life. In real life, I need an hour to decompress after work before jumping into heavy conversations. In real life and Second Life, don't talk to me about nothing heavy in the morning. Anything you got to talk to me has to wait till after lunch, like any kind of big conversations, because there's certain rituals that I have to start my day off positively, and I just can't have that. Like, so that is a boundary for me. Emotional energy. I love supporting you, but I can't be your only outlet when you're upset. Please lean on other people and friends for support. That could be for Second Life. In real life, I can listen, but I'm not the place to solve this for you right now. Cause like maybe it might be a big issue. Like maybe the person needs a therapist, right? So those are some boundaries. Intimacy and trust. I'm comfortable with voice, like say erotic role play, but I'm not comfortable with cam. And that's Second Life. Real life, I need us to be exclusive if we're calling this a committed relationship or you're asking me to do certain things. So those are some boundaries. Boundaries around conflict. If we're upset, let's avoid hashing it out in local chat. Let's take it to the IM so it's between us. So that's boundaries about conflict. One of my boundaries about conflict is in a relationship. I don't like it when my partner takes my business to other people for opinions and stuff. And I'm going to tell you why. Culturally, like the way I grew up, like it's not even comfortable for me to do it. So for somebody to be taking my business outside, I don't like that shit. And another part of it, in the back of my head, it feels a little manipulative to me, and I'm gonna explain to you why. It feels like you're telling people one side of the story, and that way that they come and they fight your battles for you so that I could so you could confuse me about how I feel. Like, and I don't like that. Like, there's a time and place for a third party, and it's like a therapist, it's a family friend, or somebody that you both mutually agree upon, but it's not okay to like cross boundaries and do those kind of things. Like, if you know, especially you know your person don't like that, right? All right, so those are examples of boundaries. Let's just go back. And I think that we gave examples of respecting boundaries. Respecting boundaries, communication, conflict, like when to communicate, how to communicate, the tone to communicate in, you know, obviously no name calling. We'll talk about this a little bit more. Conflict resolution and self-awareness. So examples of high IQ, EQ, or emotional intelligence, EI. Asking gently if your partner needs space instead of assuming that they're upset. Like, and I think that's what everything that you kind of got to be curious. You kind of got to always ask. Because when you ask, this person's going to tell you their perspective on things, whether they mean to or not. And then they're going to just explain to you like, oh, this is why I said this, or this is why I felt this way. This is why I was behaving this way. I had a bad day at work. Like, my debt is at an all-time high, and I'm like literally afraid that if I get fired, then it's gonna send me further into debt, and I'm just afraid my financial situation is going to be really messed up. So like I'm just real tense right now. Like it could just be something like that. That's serious, but you know that it could be something like that, and maybe they're not upset with you, or maybe they, if they came across short or not as warm, that could be the reason. So just always ask, and that's in friendships too, like because maybe you don't have all the information. Cooling down after conflict while reassuring your partner that you care. Like sometimes you could disagree with a person and you guys come to like some middle ground, or sometimes there is no middle ground and you just have to agree to disagree. And if you agree to disagree, you could let the person know like I still care about you and everything like that, but I am feeling a little bit, wound up because of the conversation that we had, so I just need time to chill, but I still love you, like that kind of thing. That's high emotional intelligence. Okay. Laughing off small miscommunications. So example of a miscommunication is like maybe you said something, you gave a compliment. Like there was this girl in my group chat, and she said, Mousy, do you mind if I skip like in this picture? And it was a man who had like a Woody and his towel was over it. She's like, because I got a boyfriend and I don't want him to get mad at that. But let's say she's like me and she spam likes everything, and then her boyfriend saw it and he said, why did you like that? And she's like, I swear to God, I didn't even see the picture in pause to consider your feelings, because I was literally just opening, liking, right? Because I had to meet my quota. I didn't want to get kicked out of this group. So let's say that happens. Like, because that happens if you're in a few groups, that could possibly happen. Even though I do take the time to look at a lot of the content and enjoy it, and I comment and leave gifts and stuff, sometimes if I don't have time because of real life commitments and stuff, I'll just go through and just do my mandatory likes. Like, just go through and like, I'm not commenting or anything like that. So, that's something to laugh off. That's not something to make a big deal out of. That's not going to be a 1-day fight, a 2-day fight, a 3-day fight. No, that's just take this. Like if this person exhibits characteristics and their character shows you like they're not a liar, they're not a cheater, they don't exhibit any signs of disloyalty, we're not going to hold this against them, right? Like that just doesn't make sense. So that's laughing off miscommunications instead of like making a big deal. But tap in if you feel differently. Trusting your partner instead of monitoring your every move. And this is a big thing. Like if I got to monitor your every move and I got to follow you and do this, I can't be with you. Like it's what I give in my relationships, and I think what anyone gives in their relationship if they want a healthy relationship, once you get past the honeymoon stage, well, once you get past the dating stage to see if you could actually date each other, and then you get past the honeymoon stage and then you fall into your routines and you start developing deep intimacy, I don't want to be with someone I can't trust. Because at the level, like if you're developing the deep intimacy past the honeymoon stage, like now you're getting access to parts of me that not very many people have. And I don't even know how you got through all the walls, but like you got through the walls and I have to follow you. Like the person shouldn't have gotten through like your security system and your internal security systems if you gotta stalk them and mistrust them. Like, cause that just doesn't make sense. Like there should have been more like yellow tape along the way before they got that far. So what does that mean? In lay terms, it means that maybe you're not, even though we're on a game, maybe you're not hunching and on pose balls after the first date, the second date, or maybe after 2 weeks. I know it's Second Life, so it moves a little faster. So let's say 2 weeks, right? Maybe you're just listening a little bit more. You're asking questions like, how many baby mamas do you have in Second Life? And a person has 3, 4, 5, 8 baby mamas in Second Life and the babies is in the inventory. That kind of gives you an indication of their mental state. I mean, where they're at with it and how far you should go with them. Unless they tell you some elaborate story that makes sense and sounds good to you. If they have a reputation for like being a player or just bouncing through women, or if they proclaim themselves to be the toxic king, like these are not people that you want to really take seriously, right? So if you are ignoring the red flags, and guys, flip it, just put yourself where it fits. Like if you got a girl on your hands and she has a reputation for being a juicer, or you have a girl who was pregnant and there was a whole scandal about her in Second Life and she didn't know who her baby daddy was, and it was between 3 guys and they was all arguing in the stories and subbing and subbing each other in the notes and posting all these memes and reels and stuff and going live, then like these are red flags you shouldn't overlook. But if you don't have a person like that, there should be no reason that you have to monitor or stalk anybody. All right, so I think that we kind of covered that. Respecting known triggers. Like there's some people who hate like being abandoned, like you just disappear for 3 days. I think everybody would hate that, but there's people would hate it more than others due to their own triggers and childhood wounds and things like that. Ignoring someone, just avoid any patterns that would cause harm to this person and cause them distress. That's high emotional intelligence, and that's also consideration, right? So those are examples of high emotional intelligence. Asking gently if your partner needs space if they're upset, instead of you just getting upset and popping off. Cooling down after a conflict, and just reassuring the person you're still with them, whether or not you agree or disagree, depending on the severity of the issue, right? Laughing off as much as you can. Like, look at the person's overall character, and that should help you determine whether you can laugh off certain things. Trusting your partner instead of monitoring them, because like when you go to look for something, you're going to find something that's going to trigger you, and the trigger may have nothing to do with your person. It maybe have to do with your own traumas, how you were raised, what you experienced in the past. So like, just don't go looking for nothing, just chill. All right, and then the last thing is respecting known triggers. Like my son hates it, like when his girlfriend ignores him or gives him short comments and replies and stuff when he expresses an issue, because he very rarely expresses himself. And I know for her, she wants to keep the conflict low, so she doesn't want to get into going back and forth about something. So maybe that's why she does that. But there has to be a balance and a meet in the middle. Like maybe she could say, I can't talk about this right now. Let's talk about it in the morning when we're both chill. But, I think they're pretty healthy overall, though. So examples of low IQ in dating: territorial behavior. Why were you near him? Why did you post this? Why did you do that? Da 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 da. Like, listen, nobody needs a fucking dictator, a boss, a dad, a parental figure in their relationship, unless you're trying to be daddy in the bedroom. That's like a different thing. But nobody needs all that. And the same thing with the guys. Like nobody needs no like dramified woman coming into his life, turning shit upside down, just being a distraction, screaming, cussing, returning furniture, doing all this stuff over every little thing. Like you guys got like, people got to chill, just relax a little bit, relax. Like in relationships, you're supposed, like I said, it's so hard because of all the things I previously mentioned. You're supposed to be keepers of the vibe, and you can't be keepers of the, like a lot of, okay, let me say this. A lot of things would work itself out. Let's say you're talking to somebody and you're in the talking stage and they're talking to other people, but based on your conversation, they are open and looking for like more of a committed relationship, but they're just trying to test out to see who's out there, right? This is not something I would concern myself with. If they're willing and open to being in a committed relationship, and what I know of them has shown that they have the ability to do so, I'm just going to hang out with you and let's see what happens. Because this works for me too. Because just because somebody's interested in me doesn't mean that I got to lock in with them and have a kid and join their family and do all this stuff. No, like I still need to know, are we compatible? Do we have chemistry? Do we have the same goals? Do we like to spend time in SL the same way together or in real life? Like these things matter. And you could kind of discover these things along the way while you're just having fun and getting to know each other. So yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say outside of that. Just everybody chill. Like, just make sure the vibes are good. I think that's the most important thing. The vibes are good. Everybody else is going to fall to the side anyway. All right. Next thing, using passive aggressive profile pics and quotes to vent. I don't like that. I don't like that. I do not like it. I think it's so immature. Like, why are you not having a conversation with me? And if you had a conversation with me, I told you what my stance was. You told me what your stance was. And either there was a meet in the middle, or this may not work for us because we're not as compatible as we thought. It can't be like, oh, one person says this and you have to do it. Like, no, I don't agree with that. But because there might be a reason, like, especially if it takes away their autonomy, it depends on what it is. It depends. Like, everything is situational too. But there's no reason that you summon your girlfriend and boyfriend when they, or husband or wife, real life, second life, if you could just have a conversation. Like, why is our business in the streets? I don't like that. Okay, manipulating with guilt trips or threats. I've heard people in relationships say things like I should have just cheated or I should have kept cheating, and I was horrified and appalled at that, you know, or threatening to break up every 5 seconds. Like if you got to do all this might not be the person for you. That's I really can't say much beyond that. I cannot say much beyond that. This might be a situation where you're in a relationship or a partnership with someone because they just showed interest in you and you were interested back. Exploding in arguments without self-awareness of how you come off. Maybe you come off like a hypocrite. Maybe your behavior doesn't even align with what you're shouting about. And maybe you just need to go sit your ass down somewhere and cool off before you have a conversation and come talk to me like you got some sense, right? Like, so exploding in arguments without self-awareness, like that is examples of low emotional intelligence. Confusing SL flings with real life commitment, low emotional intelligence, because these are conversations that should be had and people should know where they stand, and adults can adult and do these things. So I don't know, let me know where you what your take is on that. Healthy SL love requires self-awareness, communications. Without EQ or emotional intelligence, relationships collapse into cycles of jealousy, manipulation, control, burnout, and then it goes back to lovey-dovey, and then it does the same thing over and over again. So you just got to be careful of that. And a lot of what's triggering this is low emotional intelligence and how you handle conflict. Like, let's say that you're inappropriately addressing people's friends, or inappropriately sabotaging business connections, or doing weird stuff like that. That also means that that's low emotional intelligence. Like, you're not finding a way to maturely resolve the situation between you two that doesn't have devastating after effects and consequences. So I wanted to just point that out because I just see a lot of this, especially on Instagram, especially on the notes and stuff like that. I just see a lot of like craziness, and I'm like, yeah, the emotional intelligence part of this got people messed up. All right. Emotional intelligence and business collaborations, like you guys are all going to relate to this. Business and collaborations. Emotional intelligence in business means having empathy and action, listening, handling criticism constructively, and collaborating respectively. While SL is full of creators and events, EQ is a hidden skill behind smooth partnerships, good customer service, and strong brand reputations, right? So if example of high EQ, listening to upset customer and fixing their issue, it might equal an amazing review on Marketplace, right? Event organizers offering solutions when deadlines slip within reason. So sometimes I see that creators are late because maybe genuinely something happened with the scripter, something happened with the mesher, and they might have had the project 30 days out, like in the works, and it's really not their fault and it's out of their hands. Maybe you could work with them. You could say to them, I'll allow you to open late without a fee. I'll allow you to just use this money towards next month if you want. I'll allow you to do certain things, just to preserve the relationship with the creator, because every time a creator joins an event, it is a risk, because there's no guarantee that you're going to make money at any of these events. Like you could literally join an event and not make a penny, or you can not make your booth fee or make little in sales. I'm not saying you got to be grateful that the person joined the event. It's a mutually beneficial situation for sure. But what I'm saying, one doesn't work without the other, and real life does happen. So we got to be a little bit reasonable. This has never happened to me, thank God, knock on wood. This is just an example. Like, for the most part, nope, that's not true. Actually, when I went on vacation this year, I was supposed to have Yentements set up on 8/1, and I didn't get to set up till 8/9 when I came back from vacation. Thankfully, I still made money there. I'm so happy about that, because I was scared. I was like, if I make my booth fee, I'll just be happy. But I made way more than that. So I was really happy about that. But that did happen to me once. And Caitlin was really nice about it. She didn't charge me a late fee. She didn't even ask me about it. I just set the booth up when I had the opportunity to. And I promoted the shit out of it when I got back At least I thought I did, because a lot of people didn't know it was there. So maybe I didn't promote the shit out of it. But yeah, and that worked out just fine. But I get it. On the event organizer side, you don't want to be having gaps. You don't want to encourage it, because then maybe 3 people will do it the next month. So it's a delicate balance. But if it's someone who is always meeting their deadlines and they don't typically have a problem, it might be worth just like working with them a little bit. Okay. Collaborators merging ideas after hearing each other out, instead of like people not really listening and then one person like kind of doing what they want to do. This is going to be less useful to the general public. That's going to be more for creators, so I won't elaborate too much on that. If you know, you know. Store owners kindly teaching new players how to unpack stuff, or navigate the shopping process, whether it's gifting through Casper Vend and things like that, versus just like not responding to them and leaving them out in the cold. So those are all examples of high emotional intelligence. Now here's an example of low emotional intelligence: taking any feedback as a personal attack and lashing out. Now this pisses me off, right? This makes me so mad, guys. You have no idea. So I've seen this in groups, like popular shopping event groups, where a owner didn't put a product out, like say for a 50 Linden sale on Friday and it was Saturday. And then someone just asked like what happened. And then the whole, D-Sucking Club came into the group and started attacking this woman and saying to her, she's pregnant. That's why she didn't get to put this out. I'm like, pregnant don't mean your hands don't work. Like, I was just reading it, like I'm like, pregnant does not mean your hands don't work. Like, what is the problem here? Like, what this woman is saying is not unreasonable. Like, why isn't this vendor out and it's Saturday and it's a 50 Linden sale that happens on a Friday? Like, if she couldn't participate, they should have just taken her off the card. Like, it's no big deal. You don't have to participate, but you shouldn't be there and then someone anticipate getting something. Is it a big deal that the product is not there either? Probably not, but I don't think that she deserved to be attacked by like 20 people the way she was. And that's what I'm saying, like, about ain't nobody getting down or laying down just because you guys want to have a herd mentality. Like, nobody's going for that. Like, I said what I said, and what I'm saying is valid. It's okay. It's not said disrespectfully or nothing like that. So it is what it is. Yeah, so I don't know, like, the way that woman was treated, I didn't like it. This is more for creators, but ghosting collaborators mid-project. And that also works for like making videos and contents. Like, sometimes, you ask people to show up at certain times because you want to take pictures with them and stuff, or maybe you want to make a video. It happened with one of my girlfriends and she didn't show up and she didn't say anything, instead of knowing. And I asked her like 30 minutes before. She was like, oh, I'm going to take a shower and then I'll come. But she should have just said, I'm not going to do it because I'm kind of feeling tired. And then I would have just went the direction that I went in, which was I ended up filming the video for my other friend alone. Like, but she could have just told us that. We wasted so much time like waiting and trying to contact her. So that was kind of annoying. All right. Publicly dragging customers in chat instead of fixing the issue. Creators, sometimes when people tell you something is wrong with your product, maybe the e-body or reborn mesh is really waifu, or even peach, a totally different body. You guys are not very pleasant to deal with. And I've experienced it myself. After I deal with some of these creators, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm not buying nothing from them no more. Like, I'm done with them. If you're not, why I like Yagi so much? I'll never forget this. When I first came back from SL, and if you guys notice and you go through my Instagram page, I always buy her stuff. And High V too. I had a very pleasant customer service experience with her. I don't remember hers as much, but I remember Yagi's. I just remember how I felt after dealing with her, and I felt really good. And now we've become mutuals and like supporters of one another. But Yagi is a jewelry creator in Second Life. And when I first came back to Second Life, there was like, let's say one of the Uzi gun necklaces was black and it was really pink. And I told her that. Not only did she fix it, she said, what other colors you'd like? And I said, I would love it if this was in gold. And she sent me a gold one, a swatch that I have for myself. It was like a mini custom. And I just loved Yagi down since then. And every time she drops something, I'm buying the whole thing, fat pack, no questions asked. And that's what it means having high emotional intelligence. And from that moment on, I always loved her brand. And every time I would do a shopping video, I would see her. You guys will see, I always say this about High V, Milash, and Yagi. they're so nice. I just love them so much. It was such a pleasant experience working with them because they were awesome. And I remember how they made me feel when I interacted with them over anything, and it was very good. So I should have been saying this throughout the whole video. If you guys, if this is too much information and you don't take anything from what I tell you, people remember how you make them feel. Even if they don't remember the exact details, the circumstances, anything, if you had an interaction with somebody, whether it's your friend, it's your lover, it's your business, your customer, a collaborator, whatever you're doing, if you are just kind, nice, warm, people will remember that, and they will like you, and they will just root for you without even knowing why. And I'm going to keep saying that till the end of the video. I'm going to keep saying it. Okay. So that's super important. Super important. Ending product lines because of personal drama. There was this watch company that I loved so much, and Mac loved it, KB loved it, all our friends loved this watch company. This watch company was on the come up, and I think in the two people who was a part of the business must have had a falling out, and they ended up not, like, you know, they dissolved the business, which was super sad because we all love that business so much. I don't know the details. I wouldn't tell the details here, even if it was anonymous, because that might be too personal. But yeah, like low emotional intelligence could like ruin future customer repeat business. It could ruin like a partnership in business. It could ruin your reputation, because I would have never known that this creator for the 50 Linden sale didn't meet their deadline, and now I have a thought about them. Even though I don't know them as a brand, I might have a thought about them like, oh, I gotta be careful because they might not pack their shit right, or they might not do certain things right because they can't even get themselves, you know, they can't even get their stuff posted on the deadline, you know, like, so you just got to be careful, like with your reputation and things like that. Just solve the things that you could solve with ease. I feel like I've been talking forever. Guys, it's an hour. Okay, let's go quick. I'm going to do equal 10 tomorrow. We're just going to do the Posh sale, and I'll show you the grand event. Okay, I'm going to go quicker. EQ in our relationship with ourselves. EQ with ourselves, meaning noticing, naming, and managing our emotions. We talked about this a lot. Manage your emotions, manage your emotions. It's self-awareness, self-regulation, and self-compassion. So it's hard to regulate yourself if you don't know what you're feeling. Like, take it back to fucking kindergarten, guys, where they had the chart. This face means sad, this face means happy. Be able to identify your emotions, because if you could identify your emotions, you're going to be able to take the tools within your arsenal to calm yourself down. If this is a situation where you're worried or fearful or anxious, then you could say to yourself, like, girl, you know, every time you are about to drop something, you're always anxious. Go for a walk. Don't bother these scripters. Don't bother these animators. Don't bother anyone. Just go for a walk. Don't start unnecessary stuff. If you know that you're a person that tends towards jealousy, and this is something that you're working on, if your man is just cross promoting, and especially with somebody who's never done anything, like, I'm just using this as an example. This didn't happen in real life, but I'm just saying, or Second Life. If your man's cross promoting or something with a person that you never met and doesn't have a reputation to, you know, be a juicer or any of these weird things, like, you might have to say to yourself, like, girl, you know, you got tendencies, and this is a good man. He's never really done anything to me before. I never had proof that he did anything. I never even suspected. The thought never crossed my mind. Like, leave them people alone. Like, leave those people alone. Don't start anything, any drama or anything like that. Like, you got to know yourself. And I think I said that already. So let me just finish what I'm saying. Second life often mirrors our real life emotional state. So if you're insecure, it turns to jealousy. If you're lonely, you become overly attached to people. Unhealed wounds that you have, like from your childhood, your past relationships, whatever it is, it plays out as drama. So emotional intelligence with ourselves prevent us from projecting pain onto others. So this is super important. So examples of high emotional intelligence as it relates to yourself. Log off instead of blowing up when you're triggered. Name your jealousy before accusing your partner. Like, you have to know yourself. Like, is this my partner or is this me? Celebrate your own wins without chasing validation. Then if you get the validation, it's just like the cherry on top of the icing. Rest instead of over functioning as everyone's fixture, because that's also bad boundaries too. If you're trying to fix everybody's problems, you're trying to manage people's emotions, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, just rest. There's no need for you to overfunction. You're valuable without doing all that. Just rest. So that's how emotional intelligence actually affects us. Low emotional intelligence and how it relates to us, right? Instant angry reactions without pausing. So you're doing yourself a big disservice. You stressing yourself out, you getting your blood pressure up, your eye is twitching, your temple is pulsing. Like, girl, calm down, or guy, calm down, go sit down somewhere, take a couple deep, go sit your ass down somewhere, take a couple of seats, take a couple deep breaths. You don't have to address everything right in the moment. I always say this to you guys, if it's not gonna matter in 5 years, don't give it 5 minutes. A lot of people, like, things that don't even matter, like things that don't matter, like in 5 years, like if I had a baby today, that's going to matter in 5 years. My life is going to change today, and it's also going to change further every year that I have this with this child. When the child starts school, when the child starts daycare, and my potty training, that's going to matter. Losing my credit card is not going to matter in 5 years. A person who said that my ass is saggy is not gonna matter in 5 years. I don't know. Me not getting into an event today in August is not gonna matter in 5 years. So you gotta know where to put your energy at. Like, if something's not gonna matter in 5 years, somebody call me a tranny is not gonna matter in 5 years. Like, you got to know when to address things and when to not address things. Like, everything can't be a thing, guys. Like, that's all I'm saying. Okay, let's go back. I lost my place. Damn it. So that was resting over functioning. Okay, those are examples of high EQ. Low EQ, instant angry reaction with no pause. That's where I was. So I gave you guys examples. Now the second one, projecting insecurities, assuming someone's ignoring you or rejecting you. Like, no, baby girl, baby boy, like, somebody might just be busy. They could be on the phone. Real life is lifing. Everything doesn't need to be taken so personal. Just relax. Like, that should be the word of the day. Relax. Be the keeper of the vibes with yourself and your relationships and your friendships, your business connections. Be the keeper of the vibes. Okay. The next one, needing constant drama for validation. There are some people, they don't know how to relax. They don't know how to chill. They don't know how to just be, just be in stillness and not let their emotions overrun them. And I'm also recognizing there are some people who want just drama 24/7 and chaos around them, because it's like the only attention that they're getting. They don't feel seen or validated. Like, they just feel invisible without it. And that's why they're doing these things. So guys, please don't fall into that trap. That's a very dangerous trap to falling, needing constant drama for validation, because that's definitely going to impact your business. You're not going to make no money. It's going to impact your friendships. You're going to see yourself with relationships that only last 1 to 3 months. You won't even have a relationship. This is friendships I'm talking about. It's not going to last a year. Even your intimate relationships, they won't last a long time. It's just because people are going to think you're fucking nuts. So you got to relax. Okay, and this is another example of low IQ, burning out because you're overgiving to your friends, your family, your partner, especially your partner in SL. Like, there are people, like, you see on TikTok all the time, women talk about, and I'm sure this happens to men too, but women talk about they feel like they're doing all the emotional labor in their relationship. Like, they're the ones who are looking up articles on the internet, thinking about ways to resolve conflict, or a weekend repair they're setting up where it's just they give the kids to their mom, and they're cooking dinners and planning all these fun activities for the weekend just so that the couple could reconnect. And this other person is just like there, like, not really pulling their weight on anything. Like, they have mute joint goals, and one person's doing everything to make the goal happen, and the other person's just chilling or complaining. Like, you guys see this, it's all over the internet, and that's why there's this whole movement where women are like, I don't want to get married, I don't want to be in a relationship, which is crazy, because that's another extreme. Like, men and women are different for a reason, in a complementary way. And also, if you're in same-sex relationships, that's about energy too, right? Like there's masculine and female energy, and one person would have more than another. It's the same thing. Like it's, you guys are different but complementary. So, and you wouldn't be here and created this way if that's not what you biologically needed or to function. And human beings are pair bonded animals too, right? And they are tribal, they're community orientated. So you don't want to be in these situations where you're just doing too much to the point that it isolates you and nobody wants to deal with you or be around with you because you're just such bad vibes. So just be careful with that. So I just wanted to point out, and be careful with over giving and burning yourself out, doing all the emotional labor, because what you're doing is that you're training somebody to just stay infantile. Like they're not going to develop, they're not going to grow up, because it's always like somebody's doing the work for them. So there's two sides of that coin, and you're doing a disservice to yourself, because let's say that you're a person who's happy, bubbly, and people love to be around you. If you're drained, then people are not going to feel that same magnetic energy that you always put out. Like you're gonna lose your spark, and that's not good for you. That spark is helping you get a job, that helps you get jobs, it helps you make friends, it helps you gain opportunities. So I don't know, it's just food for thought, something to think about. It's just information. My favorite Instagrammer, he talks about relationship stuff, and he always says it's just information. And I love it when he says that, because I don't know, I feel that. I'm like, yeah, it's just information. Do what you want with it, guys. All right. When EQ hurts and helps in SL. So stronger friendships. So emotional intelligence can help you in SL because it helps you have stronger friendships, more empathy, and more support, especially if you're going through real life stuff or second life stuff. I'm not saying trauma dump on people, like, let's have balance, but it helps you have that support network if something happens. You know how many bad things happen to people in second life where they go through a breakup, where they go through a real life change, like a move, maybe a parent died, and they have nobody because they've alienated all the people around them just by being a vile, toxic human being. Like this happens to a lot of people. Whereas there are some people, if anything happens to them, shoot, like they have a hangnail, people's running over to help them and talk to them about it and guide them through it, because they're just like good energy and they like being around them. So like, people remember how you made them feel. People remember how you make them feel. People remember how you make them feel. So if everything I say to you goes through one ear and out the other, just remember, what do I want this person to leave feeling like? And considering you guys both get your needs met, you talk through whatever issues you have, things like that. Okay, let's move on, because I don't want to be too long, guys. Emotional intelligence helps in second life because you'll have business success, respect, and amazing customer service. Romantic relationships will have fewer misunderstandings, and leaders who stay calm and drama free actually earn trust from other people. They build their brand integrity, or there's a word for it. Like, I can't think of it. It's in like the periphery of my mind, but when people trust your brand and like they buy it without second thought, like without doing research and stuff. Google that, guys, later and tell me what it is in the comment section. But so that is what emotional intelligence can help you in second life if you do those things. When you have low EQ, this is how it hurts you. If you're over functioning and burning yourself out, giving and doing things for others and, depleting yourself, that hurts you, because not having boundaries is low emotional intelligence. Manipulation. People can manipulate you through your emotions if you're very emotional. If you're outwardly run by your emotions, people could press certain buttons and trigger you to do certain things. Like, you never know, like maybe somebody's like secretly hating on you, and so they push your button during like a important kind of, I wouldn't say meeting, because second life is not so formal like that, but let's say you, an event owner, and somebody else is hanging out and you're a creator, but you're also very like emotional, and there's only one slot left, and then someone says something that triggers you, you blow up, you act insane and nuts, and then the event organizer's like, oh, I'm gonna go with the other person because they just seem like they'd be easier to work with. I know that's like a really random specific example, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, you're like, people who tend to be have a hair triggered temper, like it's like you remember that button from Staples, the easy button or something like that? It's like you give everybody access to push your buttons, and that could affect the outcome of situations that you're in that could potentially benefit you. That's all I'm trying to say, and I hope that makes sense. All right. Blurred boundaries, emotionally caretaking for avatars who are not genuine, listening to bullshit. Like, it's like you need to have a high emotional intelligence so that you're not doing all these things. SL versus real life bleed over, mistaking virtual emotions for real world identity. So like low emotional IQ could do things, and that's why maybe people take things so seriously. So yeah, that, and they act really crazy. So maybe that could be some of the stuff. So here's the tips for listeners. I know that sometimes people ask, like, why do people even struggle with emotional intelligence? It's their upbringing, right? Emotions weren't modeled or even discussed. And maybe they just lived in a household where just everybody acts crazy. They all, like, they don't know how to sit down and talk through things. Like, everyone just, you know, cusses each other around, don't talk for a few months, and then they sweep it under the rug. They become friends and they hang out, and then they cuss each other out again about something and stop talking. Like, you know, it could be that. It could be trauma. Past hurts create reactivity. Some people lack awareness. Some people don't even know what emotional intelligence is or how to navigate it, or that this is an area or a skill that they haven't developed. Like, they have no idea. Maybe it's cultural differences. Maybe like me, you guys come from an immigrant household, and when you come from an immigrant household, like, they don't really care, like, especially if you're first generation, they don't really care about all these emotions and stuff like that. They care that, listen, you're going to go to school, you're going to be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse if you're a girl, an engineer, or a loser. That's it. Like, that's all they care about, because they just care about security. I spent $10,000, which is $20,000 today, maybe, for you guys to come to this country. And I just want to see that my kids are able to eat, they have clothes on their back, and then they go to school and make a life for themselves, because it took me 5 years to make this money. And I don't care about how you feeling. There's no such thing as depressed in this house. Did you eat? Okay, you ate, you have somewhere to sleep. Like, get the hell out of my face. Just become a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a nurse, or a loser. That's it. Those are your only options, or the shame of the family. Like, you know, like, if you come from immigrant households, like, that's really a lot of the thinking that they kind of have. So maybe they are not in connected or aware of all these things, because culturally, like, that wasn't the priority. So these are tips to develop emotional intelligence. Just pause before reacting. Create space between feelings and actions. Name your emotion. I feel frustrated, instead of reacting. Sometimes maybe when you're talking to people, communicate with I statements. So this is how I felt when XYZ happened. Instead of, do you know what you did? You did XYZ, right? Practice empathy. Imagine what the other person might be feeling, and maybe imagine where they're coming from, so that when you speak to them, you're speaking out of a place of curiosity. And for God's sake, if you're accusing somebody of something, don't be doing it too, because I've seen that too, and I'm just like, this is crazy making. Like, someone's like, you went in the Discord and you told my business, and then later we found out that same person told all the business, like someone's marital status, their age, like where they live, and all that stuff. And that's so inappropriate. Like, that's just craziness. That's crazy work to me, like talking about people and all their stuff like that. All right. Set healthy boundaries. Support others without draining yourself. We talked about that a couple times. Seek feedback from trusted friends. Like, don't be like so out there with everything. You know, mystery is a good thing. Reflect after conflict. What could I have done differently? Maybe you could also like touch base with other people. Like, do you think that I was too harsh? Do you think that I could have handled this situation a little bit differently? Just so that you're constantly developing yourself and ways to handle situations. Practice patience. Everyone logs in with their own story. Like, just be patient. And then another thing too, like, just please ask yourself, is this going to matter in 5 years? Is this going to matter? If it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't give it 5 minutes. So guys, that's basically my TED Talk. Let me just make sure I have no other notes. Oh, I have an outro. I did an outro, I said. So today we explored emotional intelligence in friendships, love and dating, business, and even relationships with ourselves. We can look to emotional intelligence to help us thrive, but also how. When we misuse it, it could drain us and blur the lines between real life and second life. And when you're going through all this drama and fighting and stuff like that, like you're really affecting your health in real life. You're really bringing down your energy in real life. You're really shrinking your aura and your ability to magnetize and attract things to you. So that's why I'm saying that too. We also touched on why some people may have low EQ and most importantly, how we could develop it. Because EQ or emotional intelligence is very powerful. It can build trust. It could deepen connections. It could strengthen communities, or it could fuel drama and burnout. The choice is always yours, and you know, depending on how you decide to use it. So guys, like that's the end of that. I felt tired saying that because I felt like I repeated so much stuff, or maybe it's the script because I didn't go off of the top. Like these were all my ideas, but I feel like I repeated a lot of stuff. But I hope you guys got what I'm trying to say. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening, and we're gonna just talk about the washer. This is at the Grand, guys. So the wash system is at the Grand. Let's go over there right now. Let me show you. And then I'm going to take you to, okay, so let's go there. And this is at 1 hour and 19 minutes. Jesus. I'm trying to make shorter videos, guys, I promise. But I try to make my content listenable, so it's not that bad. We're at the tail end of the Grand. Okay. Where is my wash system? Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. I did so good this round. I'm really proud of myself, guys. I really am. I made some good money, guys. Really good money on this. It's like almost at six figures. Almost at six figures. So this is the money reser, and it drops money every 24 hours, and it drops a bag like that. I'm on unavailable, so you can't see it. Excuse me, guys, I just took a sip of my soda. And when you touch the money reser, it gives you dirty money. You throw the money in the washing machine. When you're done, you get clean, wet money. You throw it in the dryer, you get dry money, and then you could iron it. I haven't released the ironing board. I think I'm gonna do that as part of a gotcha. I made matching money drying racks. I'm super proud of them. And those are only $2.99 if you just want the decor item. The mailbox is $4.99, but I made this money pack that you could just buy the money, and I think it's like $1.99. You could get that too. The washer and dryer is 2,500 linden. You get the fat pack for $555 linden, and the mailbox would be included in that, and you have all the colors. And let me just show you all the colors. Okay. I also made a clothing line. This is what that looks like, but you'll see it in person. Hold on a second. Let's look at this one. This clothing line is 99¢, guys. I made this swatch 99¢, but they're all the same. Like Amiri and the bra and all that stuff is the same. You just have to change the dollar signs. I mean, the only things that change are the posts. Like it's pink, black, and different colors. This is the money rack in pink. That's so pretty. It's so cute, right? And then I put for sale the drug shipment boxes because you guys love that. And it comes with that gun, and it also comes with the mailbox. But this mailbox is not scripted. That's just for decor, so you could put that in front of your house with that shipment box, okay? That's simply decor. The dirty money reser, yes, it's the same mesh, but that is scripted. So be careful of that. Someone complained to me because they thought that I put a non-scripted mailbox in here, but he's probably right, and I should probably change the color, which I'll do in the near future. Okay, and then we have the roach system here, 777 linden. I put the price down. It's usually 1,200 linden, and a lot of people bought that too. You guys were happy to get that. So that's what I have at the Grand. Let's go to Yentements. That's gonna open on the 1st, guys. And then we'll go to the grab sale. And I think or maybe I'll do equal 10 in the grab sale tomorrow because this video is so long already. So everyone's still setting up, guys. That's why I'm not like bothering to show you. I'll show you a few things. So this is my Mousy Sway outfit. This is what it looks like. It looks like kind of like festival gear. I have an aqua swatch I have to put out, and I just have to finish the fat pack, and then I'm done with this. This is the ad picture. I'm going to show you my Instagram. I made an Instagram video too with this outfit on, in case it's too like muddy for you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on. So copy link, content. I just got to turn off the sounds. So we'll let that load up and then we'll look around. So I'm so happy that this booth is done. Oh, and I left you guys a free outfit at the Yentements. So this is the white one. I always leave you the white one. Next month or next round, I'll leave a different color. I like white, that's why. Because I always think like I have these Ruchelli wrap up heel. Like I'm wearing Ruchelli heels right now, but I have these other heels that go up to the calves and they have all this glitter and sparkly stuff on it. Like I would totally wear those heels with this, with some nice jewelry, nice hair, nice makeup, and it would be such a vibe. Like this is going to be cute. It does show a little booty, but this was a pre-made mesh because normally I wouldn't get this. So that's the mesh and that's the outfit kind of styled. And I'll show you it's, we're not going to log in. So this is the outfit, guys. I'm not going to play the music because I want to get paid for this video. You'll probably, it's only 1 minute, but you'll probably see it more at the end. That's the back of it. It is a little risky. I don't like to show that much booty cheek generally, but you know, it's fun. I can't, this is a promo video for an outfit. Like, man, where's the outfit? I'm just looking at some ass. I'm kidding. It'll, when I'm done turning and stuff, it'll come up. I made a short that showed the outfit more. This was just like for fun. I should have probably put the ad in there, but the ad wasn't ready. It's crazy work, twerking for NPCs. Okay, that's the outfit, guys. It's really cute on. And those are the color swatches. Okay, so there you guys go. So you have that. Let's quickly just like look around and be a little nosy. So Snapper Bio Blueprint is coming. Let's see what 28 LA is selling. That's cute. I've never seen like 28 LA make clothes like that before. I kind of like the dress, but I'm just afraid of how much ass cheek is going to be out. And then we have Scuds, Evade. Evade, I like their clothes. Curve, Nala. And then we have Nana with some shorts. The dress I'm wearing is from Nana too. It was from Cake Day. I like the kind of underwear shorts. And these are heels. I like the heels. I wish they were higher though. And then we have Mother. This bra top is like the truth. I wore it with these pants from Dios. They were so cute. And the jeans, like here are the swatches. Then we have Moxie Studios. And obviously all this stuff is for most of the bodies, but definitely for Muneka. I love the boobs on Muneka. That's how they look. They look good, right? This is a romper. This is kind of cute. I kind of like this. I don't feel like taking off my clothes right this second, but I'm going to grab the demo. Oh, guys, and if you hit the demo, it has the white outfit in it, so that's free. All right, and this is from V, and this is the Tam dress. That's cute. It looks, that's cute. Luluka, Krupa, Muneka, and Reborn. Closets, Maze, everyone else is not set up. Then we have Shelly's. What are they selling? Do they, what is for, oh, this outfit's for Muneka. The 2 tank, 1 short. The Betty Boop tank and the other tank, and Muneka heels. Okay. E Animations is coming. I can't wait to see that. I hope it's not like something specific to the physics for Muneka. I hope it's like for everybody. And then kind of this asymmetrical dress, and then a purse with a cell phone, a wallet. And what is the group gift? Ooh, a Labubu keychain. That's cute. That is super cute. And is this a belt? Okay, so 2 free gifts at Yentements. Let me show you my outfit. So this I got from Nana too. But this was at Cake Day. It's like a little jersey dress. My friend was wearing a Michael Jordan jersey, so I was like trying to match him, so I wore this. All right, so let's go to the grab sale. I might save it for equal 10 tomorrow, but let's see. Let's see, like, if everyone's set up and stuff, then maybe we'll just go through it. Let's see how long this video is. It's already at 1 hour and 30 minutes. We're gonna save this for tomorrow. I mean, we're gonna save this. Yeah, I'll record this tomorrow. Someone bought my money drying rack. Oh, that's what's up. And then they put it in their booth. Oh, that is so. Whose booth is this? Who is this? That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna buy one of his things. I could put it like in the washroom or something. So should I get a rug? But I don't know sports and stuff. Like if you're talking sports to me, I'm not gonna understand all that. So we have the tapestry. I'm gonna put this in like KB's trap house. Okay, just like as a thank you. That was so, like, that was such an unexpected surprise. This 2 wavy poses. Let's see what he's got going on. Patek. Oh, it's like a watch pose. I like this one. This is super cool. And this one with the walk. All right, and then we have the run it up pose. These are cute. I like this one. And let me see. The I got you pose, cute. The naughty brat pose. 100 Linden for his stuff. Okay, and then the clock it pose. That's when the girls take their index finger and thumb and then they tap like clock it, clock it. So funny. And then the poolside babe pose, which is dope too. I like that one a lot. Okay, so there's some poses here. Shelly's, what are you selling? We saw these shoes at Muneka. This booth hasn't changed, so there's really not much to go over. This is a really cute dress from Kubra, Kahara, Legacy, and Laura X. And a 2-piece pants set. This looks nice. I like the texture on it. And some jewelry. Okay. So the swatch I'm selling for 99 cents, I sold that here for 99 Linden, sorry guys. And then the racks are also 99 Linden. Yep, the racks in those colors. The racks that match the washer are $2.99, but just like random racks, white, blue, and green is going to be that. And I put Saucita in my ad. Saucita is so amazing. She's my mesher and I love her so much. I want her to be my daughter. And Mousy's Money Line, if you wanted the fat pack, that's going to be regular price, $7.77. So that's what I put out this week. Billionaire Kids. Who makes this? This is kind of cute. Thumper? Isn't in... Ah, Sasha's World. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's Sasha's World. And here's some outfits, some Billionaire Kid outfits. I love this with the cubby and stuff. And I don't want to say it wrong, but it's Tween, Toodlebee, Lullaby, or Lulubee, and I don't know what the other twos are. And this is the girly sweater, pants, top, and bag, which is really cute. I just don't know all the kids' bodies. I'm sorry, guys. But it's really cute. I like it. Then we have Nyexa. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. We have these star heels. I love the textures on it. That's pretty nice. 25 texture colors with a HUD, and you're gonna get that for 98 linden. So that's kind of steal, right? You have all those colors. 20 colors for the silk dress and the mini dress, and it's for Laura X, Petite, Maitreya Petite, Legacy, Perky, Bombshell, Reborn, Waifu, and Erica. I hope Posh is part of the Erica event because a lot of people in this event sell clothes for Erica. And then we have like a tube top with shorts and heels. So is this all being sold separately? Yeah, for 90 linden. I like these shorts with the leopard here. I even like the leopard top. That's super cute. I don't know if I'd wear it matchy together, but I don't mind this. I actually like that. I have like ideas in my head on how to style this. Then we have Republics. Republics made my boots too. Oh, I'm not these shoes, but the other boots that I had in the video. This is an interactive robe with 3 robe styles, and it could be all the way open, closed, and halfway open. So this is sexy. It's giving. I can't hit a high note. Sexy, sexy. I can't do it, guys. It's for Cupra, Peach, Reborn, Waifu, and Legacy. I want a sexy robe. What color should I get? I'm gonna get. Is it only fat pack only? Oh, why is the fat pack so much? Okay, how do I get just like one? Okay, so I think I have to get only like black, white. Let's just get a white one. Fine, I'll come off unavailable. Just give it a second, guys. All right, so 99 cents. 99 linden, sorry. Let's see. I'm gonna put the robe on because I'm like curious to see what it's gonna do. Oh, that's the outfit I'm gonna try on later. Where's the outfit? Okay, there it is. So let's do Reborn. I'm gonna leave my clothes on, obviously, guys. I feel like my computer is so delayed, but it has to be Second Life because like there's absolutely no. I feel like it's so big. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I would have liked this to be shorter and more fitted to the body, like sexy, you know what I mean? But maybe you need space. So base dress, strip me, like open like that, and then take off. I have to try it without clothes on though, guys, but I wish it was shaped a little differently and looked a little differently, but it's not bad. It's only 99 linden. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, Cosmic Headdress from Moon Avenue. This round headdress comes in 10 metal colors, non-rig, resizable, and it glows. I do like this. It's given Alien Superstar, and that's what I am, baby. So I'm definitely getting that. How much is the fat pack? It's only 9. I'll get this. I'm sure I could wear that in a video or something in the future. This is Kitty Scout. And these are the nails. For the most part, it's not going to be more than 99 linden. That's the high. So I'm just going to show you. And then you guys see the names and who it's made for. So that's pretty cool. So there's a booth here. And guys, if you were a newer creator and you wanted to create something for a booth, it's only like 600 linden. So that's something to think about. Then we have some shapes by JR. This is the Vince shape. The body's Legacy and a detailed style card, copy mod, no transfer. And the head is for the Luca head. So, I mean, like literally you can make a business out of anything, guys. Then we have these tube tops. I love this. I have to make sure I didn't buy this already. I need to stop buying leopard print. and tube tops. I bet I have this already. Every time I see a tube top, I'm like, pay. Do I have it at all? I don't have it. And it comes with that skirt. Let's look at the skirt. That's cute. What does it look like from behind? It's not that short. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it. I'll buy the leopard one. Uh-oh, I can't get the skirt though. It's fine. I'll wear the top with like jeans. I have like black jeans from Blueberry. I don't like to wear things as advertised anyway. I do like to mix and match. All right, so this booth, we've been here before. Ace Dior with the Louis Vuitton pillows and huggables. Louis Vuitton and Chanel inspired pillows, plushies, and unicorn plushie. All right, and I am her with the bell-bottom pants, same from last week. And then these jean shirts, 99 Linden a piece, the mesh dress, chrome heart inspired jean skirts, and then the bell-bottoms. All right, so 99 Linden, so you saw the halter top on top as well. Then we have Wildlands. Usually she has two booths. Okay, and this is kind of, let's look at the picture. Okay, asymmetrical. I don't know what to call the top cutout, like a cutout asymmetrical dress, and these are the swatches. I think the denim one is kind of cute. This one too. These are interesting swatches for sure. Ooh, that's nice. And then this is the free gift, the PBR purses. She's been giving that out for a while. If you haven't had a chance to grab it, you should go grab that. Oh, who could it be but me? Rares and spares. I don't know why this is happening to my bot. Let me change my one light, guys. Hold on. I feel it's not doing my product justice. Let's go to default. It might be too late. Anyways, so here are some clutter items that, like, things you might find in your pocket. I don't know whose pocket, but that's what I thought you might find in someone's pocket. And then the laundry detergent. I don't know why this is happening to the, sorry guys, let the ambulance pass. Prayers up to whoever needs it. I don't know why this is happening to the alt bottle, like where it's like glitching like this. Can I refresh it? I don't know why that's happening. It doesn't always happen. All right, but anyways, everything is 99 Linden. The laundry detergent softener, the laundry detergent bundle, which gives you like the alt. I'm so embarrassed. Look at these pictures. They're so blurry. Alt, hold on a second, guys. Is this really what it's, okay, I know that I put this out a long time ago, but is this really me or is it my computer? It looks like it's me. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing, guys. This was last year. Please don't judge me too harshly. This is a laundry detergent bundle. It's Alt, Rain, and Stride. I should pull it out. Let me see. And my inventory is mad unorganized too. Alt, Rain, and Stride. There it is, guys. All right, so this is the Rain. I hope this one's not glitching out like that. Yeah, this one's fine. I'm gonna take the other one away. So that's with the laundry. Like, the textures are really beautiful on this. Like, I don't know why that other one's coming out like that. I'll get the other one out. So this is Stride. And then obviously you can make the boxes bigger or smaller. So that's dried. And what is that other one on top? Alt. Let's see if this looks like that. Yeah, so I mean, if you take it out the box, it'll look fine. I don't know why that one looks like that. I'm just gonna delete it for now because that's not doing me any favors. And then I'll just leave this here just so that people could see what it looks like. And let's not make it full transfer. I don't know who has my rights out here. I feel like several people have my rights. Okay, so it comes with like the laundry detergent bundle, the softener bundle, the pocket clutter, and then kind of folded clothes and kind of dirty clothes. And this is what the texture looks like that. I had them both, or maybe just the folded textured. So there's that. Okay, so very cool, very cool. And I think it's like 77 linden a piece. I don't think I charged that much for it. And then we have Peaches Nail by Lemieux Beauty. That's kind of cute. For Reborn, Beleza, Gen X, Classic Curvy, Laura OG, Laura X, Cooper Bombshell, and Legacy. We have a Dreamcatcher Tattoo, dark, Normal, and Faded. Doc, like Boston, Doc. For Reborn, Erica, Beleza, Cooper, and more. And then Lemieux lipsticks. Okay, so if you guys like that, go grab that. If you guys ever get a chance, upstairs, Posh is selling apartments. Maybe I'll look at this tomorrow when I look at Equal 10. Then we have Sasha's World. So Sasha's World, I gotta go back to Call because it's like too dark now. Yeah, it's too dark. Sasha's World is selling like these chrome heart dresses in a purse. Inspired, let's say inspired. And what's the price point on this? 99 linden, not bad. And who is this for? Cooper Reborn Legacy, and it's 5 colors. I like this one. This is kind of cute. That's not bad. I want to see, how do they do that with the ads? Size controls, slideshow, and settings. I gotta get those scripts. I want to try that in my next booth setup. So we have meditation, prayer, and yoga. Touch stones for the sound. Okay, where are the stones, Ma? These are healing stones. We turned off the sounds. Hold on, remember? I love it. I need it. I did feel like kind of more relaxed. Lapis lazuli. Malachite's supposed to be super powerful though. Tiger Eye is for confidence, and Jasper. What is Jasper for? I used to know these things. Hold on. Let's find out. Properties of Jasper is being potent, nurturing, and grounding stone that brings a sense of calm, stability, wholeness, and emotional balance by easing stress and fostering companionship. Oh, compassion, patience, and humility. And different types of jasper has different properties. Like the red jasper provides grounding and endurance. Green jasper soothes the spirit and restores emotional harmony. I want green jasper. And brown jasper helps reduce insecurity and aids in overcoming feelings of past failings. The general properties it's known for is healing the emotional body, easing stress, and promoting calm and stability. Nurturing energy. It's a nurturing stone that fosters a sense of inner peace and security. And grounding. It helps anchor individuals to the past moment, promoting a sense of stability and helping them to overcome distractions. That's very good. That's very good, very good. But I think I like the box more than the necklace. What's the free gift? Let me just see something. Oh my God, you're making me do too much. All right, so this is a pool party set Barbecue grill with poses, pool furniture and toys with poses, patio with poses, fire chairs, fire pit and chair with poses, fire pit touch on and off, working oven mitts, wildlife, mini fridge, refreshments, lights. So this seems like such a vibe. Okay, so this is the meditation prayer yoga, and it says touch the stones. Do I want this? No, let's see. Prayer yoga. Oh, it's all kind of the same. I kind of just want the like stones in a box. Then we have the family reunion set here. Barbecue grill with poses, cutting board with poses, patio table with poses, barbecue pit chairs with poses, working sink, faucet, mitts, barbecue pit, rotisserie chicken, I guess, utensils, mini fridge, refreshments, lights, grill, and pit controls all work by touching. And then we have another necklace. See, the problem is I know I'm not going to wear the necklace, but I just love the idea of this. And then the chakra jewelry set. I like that too. Feel good as you smell. Chakra Crown Sunday collection. Okay. And the she shed. Okay. Oh, this is Olivia. So Olivia's selling some new stuff. Let's see what she got here. We'll go through some of her dances. Unfortunately, you can't see the hands because I got so much stuff. Maybe I should take it off. And guys, usually her dances are 99 linden, so you really can't beat that. I just like Olivia, so I'm supporting this. Support her Latin dances. And I'll just add that to my dance HUD. And are these, what is this? Like an AO? And this is a hoodie? All right, so let's stand. Let's go on this AO. So these are different stands, it looks like. So these are static pose stands, which are cool, but it's not my favorite. So I'm going to skip over to that. And then let's go to Drama Llama. Drama Llama has a boy's outfit on, like corduroy overalls and shirt with it. Like, why can't my my little grandbaby Kobe wear stuff like this? Why does he have to wear like hard bottom shoes and chains? That's what I'm going to ask the mom. I'm going to send this picture to them because I just want to know. I'm going to send this to them on Instagram right now. Like, why he gotta wear concrete boy shoes and all this stuff? Like, that's what I want to know. They're gonna say no. They just want to make the kids raggedy, and I don't know why. Hold on one second. So I just told them, I was like, I'm getting this for Kobe. A proper baby outfit. Then we have Creme de la Creme with a tote bag and water bottle, which is super cute. I do like this. We have the ALO hats. That's adorable. And then bikini. Her body is so realistic. Cooper Reborn Waifu and Legacy. And then we have the Sweetheart bodysuit. And the Sweetheart bows. Those bows are cute. I think I already bought the bows. Okay, and everything is between 65 and 99 linden. So you know most people go for 99 linden, you know, the economy and all that. All right, and then we have Captivating Creations with the Blaze Royal Nails. Reborn Legacy Muneka and Cupra. Sunset Blaze Nails. Those are cute. Reborn Legacy Muneka and Cupra. And this is only available in Reborn, this bikini. I have so many bikinis, but I kind of like this one. It's a fat pack, you can't go wrong. Then we have Beauty Queen with the asymmetrical sweater turtleneck dress, which is super cute. I do like this. It's from Maitreya, Laura, Laura X Legacy, Ebody Reborn, Belaze, and Freya. All right, we have this like kind of open leather jacket situation with like a bustier, flouncy, plaid, Scottish inspired dress. And it's for the ballet dress and biker jacket. And it's from Maitreya, Laura X, Legacy, Peach, Cooper, Ebody, Reborn, a Reborn Waifu, Belaze, Gen X, Classic and Curvy. We have bodied with these two shapes, the Maya shape, okay, and then the Sean shape. I feel like his waist is too thick. It's shown on the athletic body, forward head, and this one is shown using velour Ibiza tone, and it's on the Cooper body and Brianne head. Everyone likes that Brianne head. Then we have dolls. It's Posh Barbie, the owner of this event, with these shorts, and then some of her graphic tees that she always sells. Okay, and then we have I Am Her. This is so adorable. A lot of booty meat out. She loves the tank tops. I mean the tube tops like me. I love me a good tube top. Look at that one. That one's cute. Damn it. Darn it. Wait, let me make sure it's for my body because I feel like last week something wasn't. Yep, it's for Reborn. Darn it. Take all my money. That was too cute. And then we have Gold Square with the Irina Fat Pack. It's these really short shorts and a tube top with sleeves. And let me see what this is. Female big version animated. The AOs are kind of always the same, but you guys have to kind of get on it to see. Okay, that's a typer, a run. Kamita walk. The Kamita walk is all in there. Like the walks and stuff are super cute, but I don't know how these AOs differ. Maybe it's the stands that differ. Okay. Just check that out. If you don't have AO, I mean 99 Linden for AO is very affordable. Put that on your alt. Wolf Creek Ranch. Okay, what am I looking at? What's on sale? Is it the dress? Is it the... Oh, it's the dress. Okay, it's the dress. It's for Erica, Gen X Classic, Gen X Curvy, Cooper, Laura, Laura X, Legacy Peach, Reborn, and Reborn Waifu. She did a lot of work on this. This is what the dress looks like. Okay, and how much are they? 99 Linden. Okay. And then we have Party Tips. I like a good duck nail. This one's cute, the sweet candy one. Legacy, Cooper, Reborn, and Maitreya. Ooh, the short ones are nice. Are these for men? Legacy, Gianni, and Jake. And then Legacy, Cooper, Reborn, and Maitreya. Very cute. And this is Allure Couture. This is the Harlow dress, a little off the shoulder number here. The Inga is really sexy. I like this one a lot. And these are all the swatch patterns. And it's for Gen X Classic Curvy, Cooper, Legacy, Classic, and Perky. That's for Legacy, and Maitreya and Reborn. It also comes with shoes, so you get like a full outfit for 65 Lindens. This one's nice, this swatch. It looks like a nice little date outfit. Isn't that adorbs? Very nice. Okay, so we did the so we'll do equal 10 then tomorrow, and we did the 65 Linden sale. I'm very proud, and we went to my events, so yay. We did good. We did good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I so appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. And I just have to take like a photo, that's all, and I'll upload this, and it's 2 o'clock, so I'm doing good. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry I haven't made a video in 2 weeks too. Love you guys. Bye.